14 huge Emmerdale spoilers for next week. Next week on Emmerdale, Chaz worries about her health following some unexpected news from Liam. Elsewhere, Charity continues to struggle after Harry's death, while Aaron turns to Ethan for comfort. Here's a full collection of 14 big moments coming up. 1. Chaz's big story begins. Chaz and Liam continue their passionate new relationship. However, Liam soon breaks the news to Chaz that he felt a lump in her breast when they were together. Chaz refuses to talk about Liam's discovery, although she's privately worried about the news. Show bosses have confirmed that Chaz will be formally diagnosed with breast cancer in the coming weeks. 2. Liam says too much to Mandy and Patty. Liam slips up when he accidentally tells Mandy and Patty that he slept with Chaz. Mandy fears that Patty is jealous when he seems irritated over the new relationship. When Chaz finds out that Liam has been speaking about them, she worries that Patty might know about the lump too. Liam clarifies that this isn't the case, but once again urges Chaz to get herself checked out. 3. The pressure gets too much for Charity and Mac both struggle to cope after their ordeal with Harry at Christmas, but they find themselves unable to open up to each other. Charity shows how stressed she is when she snaps at Moses. Sarah sees that Charity isn't coping due to her lack of sleep. 2. Charity receives more worrying news. Charity receives a phone call informing her that her son Moses has been involved in conflicts with fellow pupils at school. The revelation unfolds when Moses confides in his mother, explaining that he got into a fight due to relentless taunts from other children who labeled Charity as a murderer. The news amplifies Charity's concerns, highlighting the broader impact of Harry's death on her family members, extending beyond her own struggles. The emotional toll becomes evident as Charity grapples not only with her personal grief, but also with the unsettling realization that her children are bearing the brunt of the community's judgment. Simultaneously, the situation takes a disappointing turn for Moira as she discovers that Isaac, a member of their extended family, played a role in spreading damaging rumors about Charity at school. This revelation adds another layer of complexity to the family dynamics, emphasizing the ripple effect of Harry's tragic demise. Moira, caught in the midst of the turmoil, faces the challenge of navigating through the consequences of Isaac's actions and finding a way to address the escalating tension within the family, all while supporting Charity during this trying period. 5. Moira sees Charity break down. In an attempt to mend the strained relationship following Isaac's inappropriate behavior, Moira extends an olive branch to Charity. However, their interaction takes an unexpected turn when a sudden loud noise startles Charity, triggering a panic response. This unsettling incident serves as a stark reminder of the depth of Charity's emotional turmoil, leaving Moira deeply concerned about her friend's well-being. The situation intensifies as Moira witnesses firsthand the toll that Harry's death has taken on Charity's mental and emotional state, revealing the urgent need for support and understanding. Undeterred by Charity's initial reaction, Moira, driven by genuine concern, attempts to physically comfort her. Unfortunately, Charity's distress leads to a defensive response, and she unexpectedly snaps, pinning Moira against the wall. This tense moment raises questions about the extent of Charity's emotional fragility and the challenges in finding the right approach to offer solace. As Moira grapples with Charity's outburst, the overarching question looms. Can Moira discover an effective way to provide the support and assistance that Charity so desperately needs during this tumultuous period in her life? 6. Bob hears some home truths. Wendy, Bob opens up about his decision to distance himself from his daughter, Kathy. He reveals that he believes he needs to protect Kathy from the potential harm he may cause, suggesting a deep inner struggle that he's facing. This admission hints at an underlying personal challenge or concern that Bob may be grappling with, possibly related to his own actions or decisions that he fears could negatively impact Kathy. Wendy, as a confidant, becomes privy to Bob's internal conflict and the complexity of his relationship with Kathy. However, Bob's approach faces criticism from Brenda, who takes a less sympathetic stance. Brenda delivers some candid and tough home truths to Bob, emphasizing the need for him to step up and provide the support and guidance that Kathy requires from a father figure. Brenda's straightforward advice serves as a wake-up call for Bob, compelling him to reconsider his decision to distance himself from Kathy. The encounter with Brenda becomes a pivotal moment for Bob, prompting him to reflect on his role as a father and the responsibilities that come with it. Brenda's words leave Bob with a newfound awareness, sparking a process of self-reflection and a potential shift in his perspective on parenting. 7. Bob and Kathy row at the funeral. Bob grapples with the decision to distance himself from the somber event, aiming to prevent any further tensions with his daughter, Kathy. This choice suggests an ongoing struggle within Bob, torn between his desire to avoid exacerbating their strained relationship and the acknowledgement of his paternal duty during such a crucial moment. Despite his initial vow to stay away, Bob's commitment to supporting Kathy prevails, leading him to attend the service just in time to accompany her, as Heath's coffin is solemnly brought towards the church. This unexpected presence signifies a poignant gesture of paternal support amid the shared grief, potentially signaling a potential turning point in their tumultuous relationship. Despite Bob's well-intentioned attendance, the funeral unveils a heartbreaking revelation for Kathy. While she acknowledges and appreciates her father's physical support during this emotional event, the underlying issue persists. Bob still harbors doubts about Kathy's innocence regarding the crash. This realization leaves Kathy shattered, recognizing that the emotional distance between them remains unresolved. In a bold stance, Kathy expresses her unwillingness to return home unless Bob can fully accept her version of events, underlining the crucial need for trust and belief within their fractured father-daughter dynamic. This emotional standoff sets the stage for a continued struggle between the two, with Kathy demanding the acknowledgement and understanding she seeks from her father. As the funeral proceedings unfold, Bob finds himself grappling with a sense of frustration and disappointment. Despite his effort to be there for Kathy in a crucial moment, the persisting lack of trust and belief from his side leaves their relationship seemingly back at square one. Bob's frustration becomes palpable as he confronts the daunting challenge of rebuilding trust with his daughter, realizing that the road to reconciliation may be longer and more complex than he initially anticipated. This poignant moment at the funeral serves as a crucible for the evolving dynamics between Bob and Kathy, leaving both with unresolved emotions and the daunting task of navigating the complexities of their strained father-daughter relationship. 8. Angelica's guilt is revealed. Angelica finds herself grappling with an overwhelming sense of guilt, seeking solace alone in the quiet solitude of the graveyard. The weight of her conscience becomes palpable as she reflects on the events leading up to Heath's tragic demise. The graveyard, a symbol of loss and remembrance, becomes a poignant backdrop for Angelica's internal struggle, with each headstone a reminder of the irreversible consequences of her actions. The atmosphere is laden with the gravity of her secret, and Angelica faces the daunting decision of whether to unburden herself from the guilt that threatens to consume her. As Angelica contemplates her next steps, the question looms: will she find the courage to confess her role in the accident that claimed Heath's life? The burden of guilt becomes a moral dilemma, with the potential to alter the course of her life and the lives of those affected by the tragedy. The graveyard, with its silent witnesses, becomes a metaphorical space for reflection and reckoning, intensifying the internal struggle Angelica faces as she weighs the consequences of revealing the truth. The emotional gravity of the situation underscores the complexity of the narrative, leaving the audience on edge, wondering if Angelica will ultimately choose the path of honesty. The suspense builds as Angelica navigates the internal turmoil, torn between the desire for redemption and the fear of facing the repercussions of her actions. The graveyard, a silent witness to her inner conflict, becomes a powerful setting that mirrors the gravity of the secret she carries. The unfolding drama teases the audience with the anticipation of whether Angelica will muster the courage to come clean about being the one driving when Heath tragically lost his life. The emotional tension and moral quandary create a compelling narrative thread, inviting viewers to empathize with Angelica's internal struggle and ponder the potential ripple effects of her decision on the lives of those entangled in the web of this heart-wrenching tragedy. 9. Newcomer. Ella arrives. Mandy and Patty find themselves entangled in a social predicament. The atmosphere takes a sour note when Jules, a loud-mouthed attendee, directs rude remarks at Mandy, specifically teasing her about her dress. The hurt intensifies for Mandy when Patty, her partner, fails to come to her defense and even refrains from introducing her to Jules as his girlfriend. Patty's surprising lack of support is explained when he admits feeling insecure around Jules. shedding light on the internal dynamics and personal insecurities that contribute to the strained situation. The social gathering becomes a stage for the complexities within Mandy and Patty's relationship to surface, setting the scene for further dramatic developments. The plot thickens with the introduction of newcomer Ella, played by former Coronation Street star Paula Lane. Ella, working as Jules' personal assistant, becomes an unexpected ally for Mandy when she witnesses Jules giving her a hard time. The shared experience of facing Jules' unpleasant behavior draws Mandy and Ella together, forming an instant bond amidst the social chaos. Ella's entrance adds a fresh dynamic to the narrative, hinting at potential alliances and friendships that may influence the course of events for Mandy and Patty. The tension escalates when Jules continues his offensive behavior towards Mandy, prompting an unexpected and bold response from Ella. In a dramatic twist, Ella pours a drink over Jules, taking a stand against his disrespectful comments. As the situation unfolds, tensions rise, and Patty unfairly places blame on Mandy for the ensuing chaos. The events at the vet's social not only expose the vulnerabilities in Mandy and Patty's relationship, but also set the stage for potential conflicts and resolutions, with Ella's arrival adding an intriguing layer to the evolving storyline. 10. Manpreet gives Ella a new opportunity. Ella seeks out Mandy at the Hyde, likely to discuss the events of the previous night and perhaps provide some support or clarification. This rendezvous implies a budding friendship or connection between the two characters, forged in the crucible of Jules's rude behavior and the subsequent chaos. The Hyde serves as a backdrop for their conversation, offering a quieter and more private space for them to reflect on the events that transpired at the social event. The audience is left to anticipate the nature of their discussion and how Ella's presence might impact Mandy's perspective on the unfolding drama in her life. As Ella and Mandy engage in conversation, the plot takes an unexpected turn when Manpreet, a character in the vicinity, overhears their dialogue. This accidental eavesdropping leads Manpreet to approach Ella with a proposition, introducing a new layer to the narrative. Manpreet seizes the opportunity to discuss a potential job opportunity for Ella, specifically as a receptionist at the new doctor's surgery. This twist introduces a practical element to the storyline, suggesting that Ella's character may undergo significant developments beyond her initial introduction. The prospect of a job offer adds an intriguing dimension to the unfolding drama, raising questions about how Ella's presence in the community might extend beyond her connection with Mandy. The intersection of Mandy and Ella's meeting and Manpreet's job offer creates a narrative crossroads, hinting at the intertwining paths of these characters. The Hyde becomes a pivotal setting for the convergence of personal connections and professional opportunities. This development not only adds complexity to the storyline, but also piques the audience's curiosity about the potential impact of Ella's presence on both Mandy's personal life and the broader dynamics of the community, especially in the context of the new doctor's surgery. 11. Ethan rejects Aaron. Ethan selflessly tries to help Aaron, despite the appalling way that Aaron treated him recently. Aaron crosses the line by trying to kiss Ethan. Not interested after Aaron's previous bad behavior, Ethan storms off and leaves him feeling sorry for himself. 12. Belle is surprised by Tom again. Belle is shocked when Tom reveals that he has already arranged their wedding date. Show bosses recently confirmed a Valentine's Day wedding for the couple, but is this more evidence of Tom moving too quickly? 13. Aaron makes another criminal plan. Aaron speaks to Mac about the possibility of them teaming up to steal yet another car. Mac is reluctant, but Aaron is pleased when he manages to talk his partner in crime round. 14. Rona enjoys her time with Ivy. Rona starts lying to Marlon as she continues to take care of Ivy while Gus is away. Rona is determined to make every moment with Ivy last, aware that Gus is likely to take her away once he returns. If you enjoyed this content, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates and exciting content. Your support means a lot to us. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay in the loop.